The Air Force research did not locate or develop any information that the Roswell incident was a UFO event, nor any indication of a cover-up.
They called that one the Roswell Report, case closed.
Case closed, right?
Case closed?
No, clearly not. You just don't spend 20 years talking to, eyewitnesses, describing everything contrary to the official explanation, and say you're all lying.
The government says it is certain nothing outwardly landed in Roswell, New Mexico. But there are plenty of people who don't accept that. All week, CNN's Miles O'Brien is investigating claims that we are not alone. And we have been asking what you think about UFOs and aliens. Do they exist? Let's get right to some of our callers right now. We go to Bill from Ohio. Bill, what do you think? You a believer?
Oh, absolutely. When you look at things in the overall spectrum, Earth itself has been around for hundreds of millions of years. Humans have inhabited it in the thousands. And when you think of our galaxy alone having 100 billion stars in it and 100 billion galaxies out there, humans would have to be pretty full of themselves to even think that we're the only ones out there. Less than 600 years ago, everybody on Earth knew that it was flat. And to think about how stupid we were such a short period of time ago, we're less than Neanderthals when it comes to the knowledge of the galaxies and space.
Right. Good analogy with the Earth. Any sightings, or have you seen anything, or do you know of anyone who has?
No, but I certainly hope they land in my backyard when they do. But I keep looking all the time, but I haven't seen any yet.
All right. You're invited to Bill's house. We appreciate your call. Let's go to Michael now. Michael, what do you think?
Well, I've always been a skeptic that if there were aliens, we would see them. Until I was surprised on a fishing trip with a couple of friends of mine when they disclosed that they saw something 10 years before and were embarrassed to tell anybody.
Because they didn't want to be scrutinized for their sighting, is that right?
Yeah, they thought for sure nobody would believe them, and I sat there stunned and said, I can't believe you never told me about this. They, on one of our camping trips, which we had gone on a number of times, they were sort of stunned into inaction by a very bright blue light, almost too bright to look at, and they never told anybody, but just one guy told his wife, and they were just scared to tell anybody. They thought that people would think poorly of them.
Did they see aliens, or they saw the bright light?
No, they saw this incredible bright light in the mountains of Vermont, and they could tell it was coming from some sort of, object, but they couldn't see the design of it or anything because it was just so incredibly bright. These are guys who've got jobs and kids, and, they didn't want anybody to think stupid of them, and that changed my mind. I know that.
And you let the cat out of the bag, but you didn't say their names. That's good. All right, yeah. Mike in Orwell, Vermont, thanks so much. We've been hearing a lot of stories today. Also, we've been getting your emails. Let's check them out now. This email from Diane, Palm Beach Gardens. She writes this: why is it that no astronomer has ever reported seeing UFO/aliens? She went on to say, astronomers all over the world are constantly monitoring the skies and also have radio telescopes. This one from Jean now. If we were more aware and intelligent human race, we would be trying to figure out the truth about extraterrestrials instead of trying to hide the facts. There may be much we could learn. We sure do appreciate that. So are you convinced? Do you think aliens exist, or do you think it's just science fiction? Email us. Let us know what you think.